Hi, it's April from the Noble Garden. Today is July the 10th, 2021, and this is my 9th garden tour of this year. We'll start off on the container plants like we always do. So you're going to notice no more potatoes. We harvest them all, and I moved around the tomatoes. Even these tomatoes up here on the deck are dealing with disease. I needed to give them what I call a haircut, which is just cutting off the disease branches and the lower branches today, but I didn't get to it. I will get to it the next couple days. So I'm just going to show you around. They're all spread out, but they are loaded with fruit, and we are eating from it daily. Here's a look at the newer ones. They get bigger faster, it seems like, just because of the temperature and how warm it is. But they're doing pretty good. You can see they're starting to set flowers, and they have actually set fruit as well. Before we go and look at them, this is what they look like now. Some of them are getting really big, and for the most part, the ones that are diseased, I have ripped up. The ones that were being affected the hardest by the disease, I've ripped up. I am treating this with copper, and I will write the name of the other one up here because, as always, I can't remember. But for the most part, they're nice and green because I keep them trimmed up. I keep the disease trimmed up to where I'm hoping it won't spread it as much anymore. I'm getting close to some leaves and I can show you. But these are the cherry tomatoes, different types of cherry tomatoes I'm growing. We just came out and harvested some, so you really can't see, but you can see some fruit. You're not going to find any out here. We just totally came out here and picked all of the ripe fruit. Let me show you some of these diseased leaves that I'm talking about. It's mainly on these right here. If they've died a lot, I need to come here. You can see some of the polka dots on those. There you go. But I'm still getting fruit. And the peppers. Peppers are finally getting bigger and starting to set flowers and fruit. I was getting a little worried about my peppers, guys. I was thinking that maybe I messed up this year on them. But they're finally starting to get bigger, and they're starting to flower a lot and produce. Go down this tomato and pepper aisle here. These are my Cherokee purples, and they're loaded, and we are starting to harvest them almost every couple of days. And you'll notice that, see, that one I'm probably going to get tomorrow. Some of them are pretty big. Look at that big one right there. But I'm so happy, even though, I have disease out here, and I'm trying really hard to control it. I'm so happy because last year I didn't even get this much production without them all dying. So this is already a better year, even if these only last me a couple more weeks to maybe a month. Here's some more peppers that are doing better. Last row of tomatoes right quick. There's me a basil there. But you'll notice this is my green zebra, and some of its leaves are hit the hardest, that disease. The plants seem to still be doing so good, though. We have not harvested any of these yet. This is a green tomato with green stripes. It's actually pretty interesting. We have not been able to try them quite yet. This right here is, look at these big tomatoes on this one. It's loaded with big ones. But you'll see those leaves there. That's what I'm talking about. I've got to get out here and cut these bad leaves off and spray again. These two down here, these poor guys, I don't know how much, if they're going to make it to anything. But, they've got a couple tomatoes on them. And then here's the watermelon patch. The vines of them getting really long, and I've seen a couple male flowers on them. Hopefully the female flowers won't come too much longer. Start growing me some watermelon. Here's a view of this nice garden here with the beautiful sunflowers. These multi-head sunflowers are gorgeous. And the bees love them. I was just out here and there's a bunch of bees. And here are my zucchini that injecting BT and then covering their stems up is working. You'll notice this one has a lot of, let's see if I can get you a view of it, borer damage. So I've got to come out here and get this covered up before I do lose this one. Here's your wall of green beans. Look at that. I harvested a couple of days ago and got a whole like quart, almost a gallon bag, honestly. They're so delicious. I love pole beans because they just keep going. And I did plant me a couple extra seeds to try to make this more lush. Look how big and loaded they're about to be. My okra's finally come into play. You'll notice that this okra right here, I let it get too big. We had a lot of rain and I just didn't get out here. So that one's too big. It's probably not worth eating. I need to come out and finish getting it off. Some of the zucchinis that I planted are popping up. My honeydew is getting really, really big. Look at that. I so far, and I haven't really been out here in 2 days, I so far have not seen one growing. In the mornings, the flowers open up real nice. And then here is the cantaloupe that we all know about. And it is probably getting close to being, it's starting to change its color. So I don't think it'll get much bigger than that. But I did find one more there. Let's see if I can show you this other one that I found growing. Of course, I can't find it now because I want to show you. But there is another one that's growing. And then we just harvested noodle beans. I wish we hadn't of, because my husband loves noodle beans and he was out here. He got a hold of them. But they were beautiful, just falling down. Corn. Squash, which most of the squash is new. A few of the squashes was not doing good at all. I came in and treated it and then covered it with soil. So it'll grow more roots and get better soon. My cucumbers are doing really good. We're eating cucumbers fresh almost every day. And I really need to come out here and get me a couple of these cucumbers off before they get too big. Look, there's a bee. I don't think I captured it. Like that cucumber right there, that one needs to be cut off. So here are some more squash. Here's one squash growing. It's getting probably close to needing to be picked. Where is everybody? Well, hello, Georgia. Hello, Gladys. They heard me and they come out. I didn't show you the guys last week. But here are the big birds and everybody's doing good. They're about ready to share their home. My husband's going to be working on that tomorrow, getting the coop ready for these guys. Let me show you how big my babies have gotten. They are coop ready. They spend their day in this little pen and they go in at night. But they are ready for their new home. Look how big they've gotten, everybody. They grow so fast, but they are most definitely coop ready. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. I know this is a very short garden tour. I just kind of wanted to show you what was going on. Maybe next week we'll harvest together. I did do this in the afternoon versus the morning like I usually do, but I hope you enjoy this short tour. And remember, if you like my videos, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.